Good morning! Half of why I get out of bed in the morning is for my morning supplement vitamin routine. And yeah, they're all covered in sugar. It's probably why I'm so thrilled when I wake up. Some B12, women's vitamins like dailies, probiotics, and immunity gummies. These ones are my favorite, so I always have them last. And recently I've been using Metamucil in the morning. I need some assistance in the fiber department. So that's where this guy comes in. And I just chug it because it's not pleasant. Just the texture is kind of weird. You can feel it. Don't love it. And then lastly, I have 2 prunes because I'm constipated. Welcome to my channel. I feel like I can actually say good morning now because I'm awake. I did my workout, I feel good. It's time for breakfast. I mentioned in my last video that I've been obsessed with oatmeal recently, which is weird for a few reasons. 1, I usually lean towards savory, and then 2, I guess this isn't weird, but it's one of the only things right now that doesn't cause me severe bloating and pain after eating. And I've just been listening to my body. Let's make some food because I'm gonna get hangry if I don't eat soon. This is the oatmeal that I use. It's from Trader Joe's, and I love this one because it's made with oats, quinoa, flax seeds, and chia seeds. So it has a lot of really great fiber and additional protein in here, and it just tastes great. I like all of the different elements that are in this packet. And then I always like to put frozen blueberries on my oatmeal with some sort of element of fresh fruit. So today I have blackberries. Then I top the entire thing with almond butter and cinnamon. Oh my God. First of all, I'm obsessed with walking. Anything that I have to do that's in a 1 mile, 2 mile radius of my apartment, I always insist on walking because I just love it. It feels so good. Be outside, listen to music or a podcast, or I'll listen to YouTube videos as if it's a podcast. I just love walking, and I'm determined to make my neighborhood a walkable neighborhood. And I always try to get at least 10K steps in a day. Sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's okay, but sometimes it does, and that's also okay. I'm really not hungry yet though. That's the thing that I'm because it's 12:45, I ate 3 hours ago. I'm still not quite hungry from my breakfast. That's kind of what it's like with these what I eat in a day videos. It's not the exact same thing every day. Sometimes I have really big breakfasts and I don't even realize it. Sometimes I don't and just eat the whole pantry all day. It's just life. I would say that I can be influenced pretty easily. So when I saw this spice pen on TikTok, I knew I needed to try it because you put cinnamon in this thing, and then you can draw art and designs and write messages on your lattes. So I wasn't originally gonna have any kind of foam on my second cup of coffee today, and I actually poured way too much milk in, but I really wanted to see if this works. Looks like something that would be sold on an adult website, but wait, that literally vibrates. Okay, so it has this cartridge, and I think I open it up here. Didn't bite my nails, this would probably be easier. That's what it looks like. Okay, I'm actually out of cinnamon, so I'm gonna use nutmeg. I'm gonna put it in this little bird. Oh God, that's gonna just fall everywhere, isn't it? Okay, I'm putting it in the bird over the sink. Got the nutmeg in there. I don't know, let's try it. Here we go. That's so cute. I love that. I'm glad we were able to experience that together. I will link the pen in the description, but maybe cinnamon will work better because that was very granular, the nutmeg. I'm trying to think about food too. Let me know if you guys do this. Nick made rice earlier and I want to try it. I'm gonna put this in my dinner tonight for sure. Do any of you guys also hate lunch? Because I don't really like lunch that much. I never know what to make. It's like kind of awkward because sometimes I can eat lunch at 11 a.m. Sometimes I eat lunch at 4 p.m. and then I eat dinner like an hour later. Like I just don't understand lunch. I don't get it unless it's like, I don't know, a more formalized event. I just don't get lunch. I don't get it. I'm gonna make literally the smallest, not smallest, what? Wrong word. I'm going to make a little salad with this ground pork that Nick made yesterday. That's like what my lunches look like. It's whatever leftover meat we have in the fridge with some sort of veg. That's it. This thing is so ugly, like I don't even want to give you a close-up. It's literally just romaine, coleslaw mix, and ground pork with a balsamic vinaigrette dressing. But this is very typical of like what I eat for lunch, which is probably why I don't like lunch very much. I think I'm gonna have some chips with it too. These are the Siete lime chips. These are good. Okay. I'm gonna eat and then we'll have a little conversation. That sounded so official. It's not like that. I just want to catch up. I figured while we were sitting and I'm working, I wanted to chat a little bit about what I eat in a day videos and kind of where I'm at now. I do want to throw up a trigger warning for like body image talk and disordered eating habits and thoughts and things because I want to be sensitive. I don't ever want to trigger you guys, and I know that these videos can be like that, and I don't ever want you to walk away from any of my videos feeling triggered or feeling bad about yourself. These videos, I have such a love-hate relationship with them because they're the ones that I watch most often because I'm always looking to expand my recipe repertoire. And I know that sometimes the videos can be harmful just in terms of like watching what other people are consuming and then comparing yourself and what you eat to that person. And that's something that I'm really trying to get away from and kind of look at it more objectively, like recipes and just fun ways to spice things up in the kitchen. I don't want to trigger anyone, and I'm not like sharing these meals because it's for weight loss or calorie restriction. It's really because I've got like recipes that I like to share and kind of show like the day-to-day life, because I do incorporate a little bit of vlogging. I stopped doing these for a little bit because I was feeling really just triggered overall in terms of my body image, and I was getting all of these like intrusive thoughts about restricting because I think it was like the textbook definition of like looking for something to control when you can't control anything else. And I've been working with my doctor and my therapist on this, and it's been a few months, and I'm really feeling good in my body. I'm feeling very, very, very good, very comfortable, and ready to have these conversations. And this is something I've always been really open about. This isn't new by any means, but obviously like feeling a little more vulnerable because I haven't posted a full day of eating in so long. I think what's really helped me is actually something that I have been complaining about. So I've like been working with my doctor, my therapist on figuring out what's going on with my stomach, because I've always had like stomach weird issues like my whole life, and it's been really bad recently to the point where I'm not having gluten and cauliflower and dairy just by association, because those are things that tend to flare up IBS, and I've experienced the most severe bloating and pain and discomfort in the last 2 months, and I have been eating like cauliflower and gluten like hardcore, and then when I eliminated them and then tried it again, I immediately felt pain. And so I'm like waiting to meet with a GI to get an official diagnosis or just like confirm what foods I have more sensitivity to versus not. This is not a long-term thing. I'm not diagnosing myself. I'm also not restricting myself in terms of like, if I want bread, then I just get the gluten-free option of it. Like I'm not just like eliminating that entire kind of like food group from my body. Like I'm eating carbs and whatever. Felt the need to say that because I don't want to be like getting rid of 2 things that I love so much. I guess 3, because cauliflower's in there, off of like a feeling or like a assumption. I want to get like an official doctor being like, yes, you have sensitivity to these things, so just be aware of it. And then even when I'm confirmed with whatever it is, like it's not like I'm gonna not eat that again. I literally had pizza like 2 days ago. It's not wiped from my diet completely. I just know I've got this like a little alarm going off that's like, Emma, you eat that pizza, you will fart for the rest of the night. That's the conversation we're having. So anyway, I think because of that, it has really forced me to understand what listening to my body means. And I know that's something that I talk about all the time, but I really do feel like I'm finally listening to it. I'm finally like giving it foods that it's just like loving, and it's so filling and fuel. Like I have so much energy. I'm just feeling like I'm in a really good place, and I'm ready to share what I eat again. I've done a lot of work on myself and have had a lot of conversations with myself, and have spent a lot of time figuring out what works for me, what doesn't. And now I'm finally at a place where I'm like, oh my God, like I feel like myself again. And what I was saying about not wanting to film this too is just when I was dealing with this pain, it's triggered my body dysmorphia, because it's like it created this friction for me where I was like, I don't know what my body wants. Like I don't know what it doesn't want. And I was feeling really separated from it, like really detached from it. And because of that, I was like, I don't know what I look like. Like it got pretty bad. And this is something that I've struggled with in the past. So then it was like on top of actually feeling all of these things and being triggered and not really knowing what is triggering me, then it was also really affecting me like emotionally and mentally, because I felt just like fatigued, where I was like, oh my God, but I've already done this work. I've had these conversations. I've gotten to a place where I felt really good about where I've been, and now I'm like regressing. I hate that word, but that's just the word that comes to mind. And that's what I mean when I'm saying like recovery isn't linear, and it's something that I'm always just going to have to work through, and I'm okay with that. I'm prepared for that. It's just when it hits you, it hits you. And so I hope that being transparent about this is, you know, it allows for us to be able to grow together and keep each other just like give each other words of encouragement. And it's already hard out there, you know, so might as well like be your own teammate and listen to what your body's telling you and give it what it wants. And I don't like to take things away, so I don't plan on completely eliminating it. Again, already had pizza and it was fine, honestly. I just was like, you know, did that make sense? With that being said, I'm definitely ready to post these again if you guys like them. So let me know if you like this video. And I don't know, I'm just like, I've found some really great recipes that work really well for me. So I'm very much excited for dinner, because y'all are gonna love the meal, I think. We are making an Asian-inspired salad bowl for dinner, and I'm not lying, I had this 3 times last week. 3 times. So I'm gonna walk you through this. It's kind of another one of those versions of you just throw a bunch of random shit in your fridge. Here's what you're gonna need. I throw in lettuce, cabbage, any kind of like lettuce that I have on hand. I'm just using romaine and that same coleslaw mix from earlier into a bowl. Add some white rice. This is the same rice that Nick prepared already, and I'm just throwing it in. Then I got these amazing sriracha baked tofu pieces from Trader Joe's. They're so good. They're already cooked, already seasoned, so you could have them cold, but I'd like to throw them on the stove with some green onions, saute that in a little bit of sesame oil, and just kind of get it warm. I like it being warm. I don't care if it wilts the lettuce at all. And then one of the key elements to this, besides the rice, is I love shiitake mushrooms, period, but I also love throwing them in the air fryer and creating almost like a shiitake mushroom chip, crisp, and it adds this nice little crunch into the salad, because I love texture. I feel like the key to making your own amazing salads at home is not only like having a good dressing, but also having like a protein element and then some sort of like crunchy texture elements. Like having different textures in there, I think is key. And then I'm also adding in some sliced cucumber to have that crunch cool factor. Once you got those all in the bowl, these are the other things that I like to add. This is like a big hefty salad, okay? I like to add a few slices of raw ginger. Just love the taste of ginger. Sriracha for like extra spice. Lime, like a squeeze of lime juice, just kind of pulls some of the flavors forward, and I think having a little bit of acid into it just like cuts through some of the spice. I like to throw on a little bit of coconut aminos. It tastes just like soy sauce. And the star of the show is this spicy cashew butter dressing from Trader Joe's. This is phenomenal. I have 3 bottles in my fridge right now. This is the best dressing I have ever had from like a grocery store, specifically Trader Joe's. It just tastes so freaking good. I would like to have this like in an IV dripping into my veins. Okay, that is really dramatic, but whatever. If I'm being honest, this salad is the reason why I wanted to film this video, because I wanted to share this recipe with you. I know salads always taste better when you buy them, but I seriously think that once you develop like the base, the formula of whatever you like, you can start making your favorite salads at home and you'll start preferring them over sweet green. Over sweet green. I know. If you make this, please tag me on Instagram. I want to see your creations, your recreations. And like clockwork, I need chocolate to end my days. It's a non-negotiable. And this one from Trader Joe's, this Uganda one, is so delicious. I think it's, yeah, 85% dark chocolate, but I love chocolate. This is my thing. I need chocolate. I don't care how full I am either. Like, I could be in pain because I ate so much, and there will always be room for dessert. That was super fun. I'm very full and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want me to keep doing these, let me know. I'm happy to do them. I do tend to repeat my meals all the time. So if I don't post these all the time, that's because I'm eating the same thing. But I'm happy to make them if you guys like seeing them. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. This was so fun. I love hanging out with you. And if you want to continue to hang out, feel free to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And then if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, because I post a lot. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.